Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. So I wanted to share my IUD slash pregnancy story with everybody, and it's a really good one because a lot of people do not know that you are able to get pregnant with the IUD still inside of you. It's something that I never knew until it happened to me. It is rare, but it does happen. So pretty much I got the IUD inserted inside of me, the non-hormonal one, back in December 2016. After giving birth to my son Leonardo, we did not want any more kids. So pretty much we opted to we went ahead and got the IUD that had no hormones because I do not do well with hormones. So now fast forward to February 2017. I'm starting to not feel too good emotionally, and I go to my midwife to get checked out, and that's when she tells me that I'm pregnant. Leonardo is 4 months old at the time that I find out that I'm pregnant with my second baby, and it was a total shock to us. So after the shock of me finding out that I was pregnant again wore off, and it took a couple of weeks, I was devastated. After it wore off, life proceeded, and my new reality sunk in, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm now gonna be a mother of two, when I was just wrapping my head around being a mother of one. My daughter's due date was October 27th. So in September, I was still going to visit my mom frequently in Brooklyn. I live in Jersey now, and I would go see her often. So it was just a regular Sunday. I went to go visit her and also my grandmother, and we were together. And after visiting my grandmother, we stopped by the grocery store, which is the local grocery store was Key Food, and I was checking out, and that's when I felt that I was peeing on myself, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I couldn't even stop myself. I'm like, oh my god, ma, I'm peeing on myself. And then it hit me right away that I wasn't peeing on myself. My water broke, and I'm like, what in the hell? So it's as if I said it out loud too, and it's as if everybody in the grocery store heard me, because it went silent. Nobody knew what the hell to do. Everybody's like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not in any pain, so I'm just gonna check out and go to the hospital. And that's exactly what I did. I checked out, went to the hospital, I got admitted, and they checked, they swiped me, and they wanted to see what was that was coming out of me, and they did confirm that it was my water. It was the fact that my water did break. So they're like, well, you're gonna have to stay in until we induce you. But you know, they gave me all the details and so on once my husband got to the hospital. And they told me I was only 33 weeks at that point. So they wanted to keep me in the hospital for a week to at least give my baby steroids for the lungs and give me everything possible before they induced me. So they kept monitoring both of us, me and the baby, to make sure that everything was smooth. So my water broke like a slow leak, basically. So my baby was still in the sac and had enough fluid to stay there for a week until they induced me. They wanted her to be 34 weeks at least. So that's what happened. I was in a hospital for a whole week, and they were going to induce me the following Monday. So I went in on Sunday, and they were going to induce me the following Monday. Well, my daughter had different plans, because Saturday came around and I started contracting on my own. And pretty much the nurse came, checked on me, and she confirmed that they wheeled me over to the delivery room. I did get the epidural because I was in massive pain, and you know, shout out to anybody that could deal through that pain without getting it, but I had to get it for this one First one not, but this one yes. So basically, I was in the delivery room all Saturday night. Sunday morning comes and I get checked by the nurse. My husband, my sister, my brother-in-law, everybody went to go get coffee except my mom and my doula. And pretty much the nurse, not the doctor, the nurse checks on me and she's like, don't push. I'm like, I'm not. She's like, the baby's head is right there. And I'm like, oh my gosh. My mom starts freaking out. The nurse starts freaking out. My doula starts freaking out. The nurse stays with me, but my doula goes looking for the doctor. My mom starts calling my husband. I'm on the 7th floor and he's like a couple of blocks away. So, pretty much Celine, the nurse just watched my daughter come out of me. She just came out. I didn't push. The nurse was just there. She was just like in shock. And she just hands me the baby. She hands me Celine and she's like, hold this while she goes gather other things. This is all happening within seconds. Like, not minutes, hours. No, this is all happening seconds from each other. My husband did not make it. He missed the birth of our daughter, but I have this ongoing joke that if I wasn't the one giving birth to her, I would have missed it. That's how fast it all happened. So they check her and she is perfect and she's awesome. And even though she is a premature baby, she was born at 34 weeks. She's super healthy, super energetic, and she's the best thing that ever happened to us besides my son Leonardo. She's so sassy. She's a spicy one and we love her so much. Hey, so basically once I gave birth to my daughter, that like within a couple of hours they wheeled in this x-ray machine and they wanted to see if they could locate the IUD. So the original midwife has suggested, or her opinion was, the IUD fell out of me, which was like, okay, so it is what it is, right? But my midwife, my main midwife, got the idea, had the thought that it could have actually not fell out of me. Instead, it could have gone inside deeper into my body. I was shocked at that because I didn't even know that was possible. I was never told that that was even possible. So the way she explained it was, when you give birth, your uterus lining is it's still trying to get back to normal width, and all this stuff is just getting back to normal. So when it was inserted, most likely my lining was too thin. So instead of my body rejecting the IUD coming out, it actually sucked it in. So the lining was so thin that it just bloop, went up into my body. And that's so damn scary, but it happened. And it's something that I just never knew about. So she told me. So with that being said, just to rule that out, they could not do an x-ray while I was pregnant. So it happened the day I gave birth. So they wheeled in the machine, they did the x-ray, and right away the doctor was like, there it goes. And they located the IUD, and the IUD was inside of my body this entire time. And there's only one way to remove it. I went through a ton of exams leading up to where I'm gonna go with the story right now. Pretty much, they needed to put me under to take the IUD out. But after going through all these exams, the doctor that was going to perform that procedure on me, that surgery, he said, he gave me the choice. Like, he was just like, you could either have it taken out or just live with it. If you're not in any type of pain or anything like that, like, there's no need to put you under. And I agreed with him because I had a newborn baby and I had an 11-month-old at home. So I wasn't looking to be under and potentially die on the table just to take this IUD that wasn't bothering me. So to this day, plot twist, I still have the IUD inside of me, and it's just a part of me at this point. I know my sister freaks out every single time she thinks about the IUD being inside of me, and a lot of people do, but it's just there. I don't feel any pain. And eventually I will have it removed, but as of right now, it is still inside of me. Almost 3 years later. So things happen, and as you could tell by my story, you just never know what's gonna happen. Moral of the story, kids, is you can't get pregnant with birth control anyway. So be extra safe, and if you don't want kids, be extra, extra safe. So yeah, anyway, bye guys.